this is just a quick and easy video of how to store bell peppers in the freezer. So let's get started. Now you're just going to unwrap your peppers if you have to, and I put them in a vinegar and water solution. It's about a 1/4 cup of vinegar and enough water so they float. Just make sure they've all been rinsed in this water, and then they're just gonna sit for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, I'm going to drain the water and rinse the peppers, and I'm going to cut them into quarters. Now I'm going to take out all the seeds. Make sure you're careful not to cut your finger. I think this is the most dangerous part. Next, you're going to cut them up into whatever size you want. Right now I'm cutting mine into strips. If you wanted it for stir fries or something, this would be the perfect size. For me, I'm going to cut mine into a large dice after I've cut them into strips. This is my most common use. I usually put them in fried rice or whatever I'm using red bell peppers for. So I'm just going to cut them all the same. Now I'm just putting them in a container so that I can cut the rest. As you can see, this orange one is not good. The liquid coming from the middle is one of the big signs, but obviously the brown seeds are too. So this one's just going to get thrown away. So here are my bell peppers. This was 6. I'm surprised it all fit in this container. Now I'm going to portion them to freeze. What I'm doing now is I'm using plates to freeze them in a single layer so they all freeze individually. So here are my frozen peppers. I left them overnight, but you can do it in as little as 2 hours. And I'm just separating them to put them into a freezer bag. Now I'm going to suck as much air out as possible and put them in a nice flat layer just to keep them fresh in the freezer. And that's it. Now they're ready to store. That was it. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is cut up the bell peppers in whatever shape you want. I did mine in like a large dice. But if you wanted yours in strips for stir fries or whatnot, you can do it that way. The internet says you don't have to blanch them like you might have to with other vegetables. I think they turned out fine, and I would continue to not blanch them. The only thing about frozen bell peppers, they lose their crunch after they thaw out, so this is definitely more for a cooked method. If you want to eat it raw, you probably don't want to freeze it in the first place. Just make sure that you wash them well with vinegar and water, as I did. At least some fruit cleaner. I think vinegar is the best one. And you definitely want to freeze them like I did on the plate. If you just put all of the fresh, unfrozen bell peppers in the bag and froze like this would be one solid rock. But because they're frozen individually, you can take a handful and they separate so easily. If you think there's something I can improve on in my videos, you know, I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm more of a food experimenter. So if you think there's anything I can improve on, something you want to see, comment down below and we'll try to make it happen for you. So yeah, see you in the next video.